Hello! I'm checking if everything's working first. Checking if it works. Checking. Fucking YouTube. Okay. Now checking again. Okay, everything works. I am set up. Let's start off. Hello everyone. I am Pink Devil, and I'm gonna play Pathfinder today. I like this game. I have played it quite a bit back in the day, but it's been a good few years since I actually, played Pathfinder. So I decided I always wanted to try making some videos, try to stream, do all kinds of stuff. And, well, coming back to Pathfinder might actually be a cool thing to do as a, starting up on YouTube. I'm planning to do it as a hobby, a way to motivate myself to play through a couple of the games I want to play. Yeah, I want to play a game, and I want to record it. Maybe throw it live. Definitely gonna after live streaming the whole game from beginning to end. I plan to edit out all the live streams and make like a video series, maybe like 6 videos, condense every chapter into a video, make a couple longer ones, and ship them out, see how it goes. Yeah, but anyway, I won't be talking too long about that. Here we have Pathfinder, a cool game by Owlcat Studio, turn-based, and real time, depending on how you play it. You can have it in 2 modes, turn-based and real time. I think I'm gonna be using turn-based more because I like it that way, but to deal with trash mobs we're gonna be switching to real time. So we're gonna see all the game has to offer, I hope. The game is based on Pathfinder, both the setting and the system, so we're gonna be playing in the world of Glorion with very cool lore. I'm gonna be for sure talking about the lore when we are playing. There's a lot of entrances about it, and the mechanics of the game are based on the TTRPG of Pathfinder. So, basically Dungeons and Dragons, but the cooler, more complicated cousin of it. I like both D&D and Pathfinder, and I did play both systems. This is based on the first edition of the Pathfinder rules. And I am a bit more familiar with them than second edition. I hope some fun games come out of, actual PC games for Pathfinder second edition will come out, because I would be excited to play them. Well, let's not prolong too much and actually get into the game of Kingmaker and get our own country. Yeah, I'm not gonna actually be talking. Screw it. We're going into the game. I'm gonna be talking as we go. Yeah, here are 2 DLCs that I might also play later. Might do separate series, might combine it with this one. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I'm gonna be playing on normal difficulty. I'm not going to torture you with watching me struggle on higher ones. And I'm not going to just, slide through the game double speed on easier ones. I think normal will be plenty enough for my rusty self. Like I said, I haven't played it in a few years. I barely remember stuff from it. But yeah. We're leaving it on normal. No character. We can take a prerequisite, but I'm gonna grab a character created by myself. I already planned this before, what I'm going to do. So let's get to it. Our character will be a druid for sure. I have a pretty portrait here. I'm planning to do Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. We're gonna have Shaggy, we're gonna have Scooby-Doo, and my plan will be basically to sick Scooby-Doo on our enemies so we can grab them, throw them on the ground, so we can beat them with sticks. Yeah. I don't know what fits. Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah, that looks better. Face. Okay, that face fits. No, I think. Yeah, that's our Shaggy. That's Shaggy. And we're going to be playing as a druid. There's a lot of classes in this game. Going through them and describing each one would take us hour, like at least an hour. But every class has their own subclasses that change how the class is played slightly, or very much in some of them. For example, this alchemist subclass changes from throwing bombs to just stabbing people in the back like a rogue. For example, from Barbarian here, we can just rage, run in. We can also grab the Mad Dog, pack tactics and all that. I think, yeah, Animal Companion, yeah. Here, standard Barbarian just runs in and slashes people with their sword. Mad Dog gets a dog companion and runs in with the dog on all fours. So basically just, we have choice of many different classes that all do their own thing, and each of the classes have their own subclasses that can change the gameplay drastically. There's also the prestige classes, is what I am calling them. I don't remember what they are actually called. I think they're actually called that. But basically, they require us to have multiple levels or special attributes to be able to be picked. They are also pretty cool. They have like very specific abilities that enhance specific builds. I don't think we're going to be speccing into them, but I just wanted to show them. We're going to be playing a druid and the defender of the true world, or Shaggy will be a stoner druid with his trusty dog companion. I like the play with colors. Yeah, the druid has a nature bond, which can be either a domain from a cleric or an animal companion. We're of course going animal companion because animal companions are the best. Druid proficiencies, alignment restrictions. Yeah, druids are specifically have to be neutral. If they are not neutral, either neutral good, evil, or just pure neutral, they will lose access to their powers. Just like paladins have to be lawful good, or else they will lose their powers. I prefer the D&D way, the paladin, you know, with the oath that they have to upkeep, and they don't necessarily get to be locked in a specific alignment. But I also vibe with the Pathfinder way. Yeah, Defender of the True World will get us as a druid some extra abilities that give us bonuses to fighting fey creatures and, you know, pixies, elves, and shit like that. And this will be very useful specifically in the Kingmaker game, because a lot of enemies will be fey related. Druid also lets us wild shape, which is just shape-shifting into specific animals, which will also be cool, I suppose. We're mostly gonna be using wolf, I think, because I have like specific playstyle in mind. I didn't actually play the druid in any of my previous playthroughs, so that's a new thing for me when it comes to this game specifically. Yeah, so let's move on to choosing, our animal companion. We're of course going to take the dog companion, which is going to be the Scooby-Doo for Shaggy. We could also take a wolf, but I want to take the dog because it fits better. Also, dog has more strength than the wolf, and they both have the specific thing I want, which is attack. The dog has a little bit more natural armor too. They have an attack, bite attack, that deals d6 damage, and they can trip the enemies. So they can just go for the legs, trip the enemy up, enemy falls on the ground, and then we just gang up and beat the crap out of them. I think that's going to be fun to do. So yeah, that's going to be our Scooby-Doo right here. Next, our skills. I did not plan ahead enough here. For sure, we're going to be taking the bonus from being a human to our wisdom. Grabbing, like, I guess 19. Yeah, because that's a lot of point investment here. We're going to dump pro. Yeah, dump charisma. Dump charisma. We need to get some. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. I also want to get some intelligence for the extra points over in here. I might as well take persuasion. Just for the first levels, because you're gonna see why I want persuasion at the beginning. We can also respec the characters later, so if I decide that I fucked up my build horrendously at this stage, I can just, you know, get to level 2 and respec the entire build by then. I'm gonna rethink it probably after the stream, but yeah, screw it. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun like this. I don't know what to talk about on this stream. First time I'm going live. Screw my life. I'm gonna have 11 health, plus 1 initiative. Initiative is who's going first in combat when we're, you know, turn-based, so who's first, who's last. We have plus 1, so we're going to be slightly better than an average Joe. Defense 13, yeah. We're gonna get some magic, 2 spells at the start, and infinity of cantrips. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty decent. I think we can continue on. What I want to get? Spell focus. What do I actually want? I think I made some notes before. I was like writing them a few days ago. I might get combat casting. Spell focus. I think it's spell focus, evocation. Yeah, I'm gonna be casting that a lot. Combat reflexes also would be good. Huh. I don't think we're gonna want to grab the greater spell focus. Because I think Druid is like a very much jack of all trades class. So we can build for a pure spellcaster, but we're going to be probably very near the melee combat most of the time. So getting combat reflexes to also go into a couple other things. Okay, I'm gonna actually check notes. I'm gonna grab my phone and check whatever I wrote. No, checking notes. Where are my notes? I should have like prepared for this beforehand instead of like doing it right now. But yeah. Where is that? Oh, there we go. I found my notes. I wrote down that I should get... Yeah, I wrote down that I should start with the evocation. Yeah, so just as I thought. Oh, motherfucker, I can't speak. Yeah. Yeah. According to my notes, we're taking evocation and greater evocation. What the hell am I doing? We're taking evocation and then we're taking the greater evocation to basically get this out of the way so I can pick other feats later and not worry about my spellcasting DC. Yeah. We can't pick our spell. Can we pick the spells? Or can we not pick the spells? Nothing to choose. Yeah, sure. Thanks. We're gonna have a few spells to choose from. The druids also, if we check the class, you have something like... Where is that actually? Proficiencies, enemy with Fey, nature science, detect magic. Oh, there was something. Yeah, there it is. A defender of the true world can channel stored spell energy into summoning spells. And we can summon Fey with our magic. So basically we'll be able to summon Nature's Ally. And stuff like that. I think. Acid Maw will for sure be very good, because we're going to just cast it and our Scooby-Doo will be dealing extra damage. We're going to be basically a buffer for our party, and when they are buffed and kept healthy, we'll be able to join the fight at the front line and beat the crap out of the opponents. Nah. Of course, we're Shaggy. Not Saggy. We're Shaggy. We're neutral good. We're a very good man.
Their life ends here.
What voice we want?
All I see is blackness.
Let us press on.
I won't give up.
Everyone counts on me.
None shall escape.
Time's not waiting.
Combat is adjourned.
March, march. All I do is march.
Enemy near.
Let us be off.
Our time has come. Strike as one. I shall not falter.
Yeah. The Shaggy is pious. Shaggy is pious. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. He grown since his days. Oh, I'm gonna actually talk to you about the backstory I created for the character. I'm gonna we're gonna do this in a moment. Yeah. Yeah.
I have no need for this.
So basically, I figured that for Shaggy, his whole backstory will be that he was born in a grove of druids, and he was assigned his animal companion Scooby-Doo there. After a few good years, when he was a teenager, he met a group of traveling adventurers and bonded with them, creating a great friendship. And then they all set out into the world. And on their adventures, they visited many villages and a few towns, where they took on the quest for the people to liberate the towns or to resolve mysteries. They conducted many investigations, mostly finding people pretending to be spirits or undead and exposing them to the town. After many years of travels and adventure, even encountering some real dangerous creatures, the gang eventually, after their long friendship, decided to disband and go their separate ways. On his way back to the grove, Shaggy decided that he wants to continue his way through the world and to see more of it. Upon stumbling onto a... I forget the word. I'm sorry. English not native language. Me stupid, me need a while to think. Basically, Shaggy found a poster saying that mercenaries, adventurers, and heroes are needed within the stolen lands to bring order, and that people can be rewarded with their own lands and becoming a baron. Shaggy decided that he could go there and help to liberate the land under liberate the harsh lands and help the people there. And thus he arrives at the banquet at the beginning of the game. Yeah, that was the backstory I came up with. Shaggy basically, throughout the years with the mystery gang, became more mature and much more brave. So he's now a capable level 1 adventurer, ready to make his name in the world. This time without his friends, but still with his trusty companion Scooby-Doo. Okay, complete, and we'll start. I'm gonna let the narration talk for me for a while. Thank you very much, voice acting in the game. My throat will rest for a moment.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Where are they? This is taking forever! It didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway, rich folk?
I'm gonna actually move myself so we can see better. Yeah, that's better. Continuing on.
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming!
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Salimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless. Exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder.
Very good, very good.
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
Yeah, I have a few. There's the whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team.
Shut the fuck
after
up.
all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Actually, when you think about this, why not just recognize this Stag Lord as Baron of the land?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
You're helping us found a whole barony. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around or whatever it is you do.
Listen, if you interrupt me one more time, or butt in on the conversation, I will let Scooby treat you like a plush toy. You'd be a little child, and he'd be a pit bull named Princess. No, you'd be just a gnome, and he'd be just a big-ass dog. So shut the fuck up, gnome.
Of course we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
And what rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Yeah, I'm gonna nod yes.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Money. Sorry. I'm sorry. I love Amiri. She's great. She's my favorite character here.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
It's clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet, go, and return in triumph.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
I'm Shaggy. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Well, I think Shaggy is a very down-to-earth druid, so he'll just say, I'm no hero, just a mercenary.
And what are you a mercenary for? Is it only riches? Or maybe you want glory, too? Don't you want your feats to be remembered and glorified for centuries? Just listen. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Yeah, fuck that gnome. What about that barbarian lady? Looks pretty heroic and attractive. I mean, very heroic and strong. I think her name's Amiri.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. You can tell she could tear a bear's head off with her bare hands, but she kind of scares sword's twice as big as I am. She could cut me down without even noticing. Just think on it a bit, alright? I'm sure you'll agree.
Sorry, I was distracted. I was picturing her crushing my head with her thighs. Anyway.
Alright. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Yep. Bye. Okay, that was a bit of an awkward conversation.
Forwards.
Yeah. I have to refamiliarize myself with the controls. Yeah, here's us, and here's our brave Scooby-Doo. He can't cast spells, but he can charge, and he can demoralize enemies. Imagine Scooby-Doo telling him, or I'm gonna wreck your testicles! As he goes for it. Okay. He has a +3 attack on a bite that does 4 to 9 damage. Double on a critical. We have about 5% chance to get a critical. And he's a level 2 animal. And he's true neutral. He truly is centered.
Our time has come.
Here's our Shaggy. Have a couple of other cool things. Talked about this. And now we can go to this. Oh yeah, Lindsay's journal is our whole quest thing. Because she's writing. I like how it's written. It's very cool. It's like she is writing the entrances. So we're basically reading up our own biography she's actively writing. Yes, she is an active companion, and yes, I forgot to move myself back down. Okay, we can continue. Yeah, and I wanted to change up our spells. I don't think we're gonna need Entangle. I think we can use the Acid Mouth. And I don't think we're gonna be needing healing at the start of the game. Do we have something that removes fatigue? Because that would be useful within the intro that we're gonna play. One friend creature from close range ignores the adverse movement effects of the book tree. Damn. That's good. That's good to combine with Entangle. Hey. Long Strider. That's personal for movement, 1 hour a level. I think we're gonna grab the Long Strider. What? I'm still thinking. Still thinking. Wish they would like put the stat blocks of the creature you're summoning in the description. That'll make it easier to decide. Sorry, I'm yawning. It's a bit late right now, but I'm having fun. Drink fire. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna grab Nature's Ally and Acid Maw. Because we're not gonna need healing at this beginning of the game. And we don't have anything that would remove the exhausted condition. Because there's a point in this tutorial, this, prologue area, where we can get exhaustion, and I would like to get something that could remove it, but I don't think we're gonna have it at this level. I thought druids start with it, so... Yeah. We can continue. Here's a tiefling lady that was talking there. Yeah, we only talked to Lindsay.
Help! Help!
What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Yeah, thanks for leading an assassin right to my room. Yeah, so... Ow! Over here we can switch from turn-based to the real-time combat, but I think we're gonna to stay on turn-based. And Scooby-Doo, guess his balls. You failed me, Scooby. You failed me.
We shall overcome.
But I cut him down. Shaggy has killed a man. And it's not the first one. Alright. We're of course gonna loot him. Oh yeah, tab. Under tab. Yeah, and we have drop. Never mind. Yeah, I'm going on my way. Just, you know, I'm neutral, so I'm gonna be taking some stuff. I don't think we're gonna be grabbing like weapons. Yeah, that's gonna be absolute shit. Yeah, mine's yeah. No, we're not playing with it. I had to I had to remind myself how this works. Okay. No.
We will prevail.
All right. Hey! Don't you attack my allies? Yeah, I'm going to yuck you up. I'm going to charge you. And you're cut down. Well, that was a clean kill. Shaggy takes another life. Scooby-Doo, take his balls. Good boy, Scooby. Now he's on the ground. And now we can stand over him and beat him to death. It also gives range attacks debuffs, but yeah, we can stand over him and just...
Just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory.
Hooray! The gnome lives.
Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the Stolen Lands.
Yeah, saving you really made me feel happy.
Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Okay, so this little idiot is setting up one of his schemes. I actually like this. First time I played this game, I forgot to equip the ring. So his scheme didn't really pan out the way he hoped. But this time around, I'm taking the ring. This is Tartuccia's present and is basically a ring of protection. It increases our armor by 1. You can see here. All of our armor scores are up by 1. Yeah. Different armor for different things, by the way. Depending on what the attack, how the attack works. We're not going to be collecting armors because they are not really worth a lot, but they weigh a lot, which is, you know, not fun. Yeah. So now we have Lindsay and Tartuccio on our team. Tartuccio is a sorcerer, Lindsay is a bard, and I'm a defender of the true world druid. So even though I'm not really built for it, neither is Scooby-Doo. We're going to be our frontliners right now, locking in the combat at the front. So our casters can stay in the back. Yeah, I'm going to put Scooby-Doo up first, then Shaggy behind him, and then Lindsay and Tartuccio on the sides, like this. I like this shape. Alright.
Without a doubt.
So now we can set up our gang. And of course we're going to loot everything that isn't nailed down. Doors are locked.
I will guide us.
We're setting ourselves up. Here we have 3 little shit, and Scooby-Doo will grab his ass.
I suppose I need inspiration.
Yeah, so he's done. I think we can charge here. No, we can't because Scooby-Doo is in the way. We're going to run in behind them and get ready. Lindsay is going to walk over here. Spire charge. What is the radius on that? Spire. 1 morale bonus on saving throw against charm and fear. Competence bonus on attack on. Yeah. That's good. Okay, so she's going to buff us up. And Tartuccio is going to walk over and not do shit. Except be a meat shield for Lindsay, because they will reach him first. Yeah, and this is an attack of opportunity. The dog can do it whenever somebody tries to get up. We can do it too. So when the dog throws somebody on the ground, we can all just start beating the crap out of him whenever he tries to get up. And now the dog won't charge again. Okay, Scooby, grab his balls. Good boy. And now I will walk over and finish him off. And yeah. So that was a shitty bow shot. Lindsay will stop buffing us, but she will approach and shoot this asshole with a crossbow. Very good. And Tartuccio, I'm going to let you try to finish this guy off with your Ray of Frost.
Leave this one to me.
At least you did something. I'm going to grab their potions. Like I said, I don't... we're going to take 1 armor. We're not going to be taking too much of their stuff. Just like some things that might be useful. But if we start taking all the loot they have, we're going to get encumbered, over-encumbered really quick, and I don't want to deal with that. You have better armor. Your moderate wounds. Yeah, I'm going to give everybody a potion. The dog can't get a potion. Tartuccio, give me your potions, you little shit. Why are you hoarding potions? Alright. Pathetic, they couldn't even defend themselves, but they fought. They could conquer the stolen lands. Tartuccio, who asked you about your opinion? I don't think I did. I didn't hear Lindsay ask. I can't believe it. That could have been us. All their adventures have certainly come to an end. Tartuccio, why are you interrupting Lindsay talking? Shut the hell up and stand in the corner. Grab this. What was that armor, by the way? Tartuccio, get the fuck out of here. That's 4 minus 3 on armor check penalty. Can't spell your chance. I don't remember how the arcane spell failure chance worked. I'm going to look that up after the stream. I think we're going to be playing only the prologue. No, it fits him so well. Shaggy is just so damn sexy. Okay, let's go. To the kitchen, of course. Shaggy has to make a stop there. Going to grab everything that's edible and that's not edible. And then we're going to continue.
It's the end for you rats!
Sexy barbarian lady! Yes! We're coming to you. Alright. So Tartuccio, go over here. I'm going to let you actually cast a magic missile on this dude. Very good. Yeah, that was one of your few spells you have. And now, Scooby-Doo. Do the honors. Take his balls.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
Yes, big muscly lady.
Blood for Gorum!
She's the best.
Barbarians.
Shut the fuck up. I already told you, I don't want to hear your opinions.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Calistria, also known as the Severed Sting and the Unquenchable Fire, is the goddess of lust and revenge, who takes on many faces and guises. She's held in especially high regard by elves, who often identify with her miracle moods and changeable nature. A fondness for wasps has earned this vengeful deity the title of Severed Sting. Such creatures live on after harming their enemies, a trait Calistra's followers hope to emulate when pursuing their goals. Tartuccio, shut the fuck up, by the way. I'm just gonna reiterate. I do not like you. And do not insult the muscly barbarian lady, or I will kick your ass. And I'm going to say, whenever somebody asks, that the assassin lopped his head off and shoved it up his ass. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm... I might be going a little overboard with my descriptions. So yeah, screw Tartuccio. I don't like him, and you're gonna see why I don't like him even more than people who didn't play the game yet. Yeah. I remember you. I got your number.
Forwards.
Insult the muscly lady again, and you will be the quote-unquote assassin's... damn. Assassin's victim, I was gonna say. I'm just having the stupid. Because English not first language. Yeah, that's for sure. Insult the muscly lady again, and you'd be the quote-unquote assassin's victim. There they are, the assassins! This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. So generous. I'm afraid I can't offer you the same courtesy. Hey, you ugly mug, get over here. What in the house is that? I love that the giant just crushed their own guy on their way. Alright, let's get them moving.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. And now the knights. Knights have some nice long swords, potion, and a spear. I think Shaggy can use a spear. I don't remember all the druids. Like, druids have very specific proficiencies when it comes to weapons and armor, and I don't think any other class has that thing. Yes, Shaggy can use a spear. So that's huge for us. Because spear... Yeah, that's a +2 with 4 to 9, and that's a +2 with 4 to 11. And the spear, I think, has more range. 2 feet melee. No, the same range. Okay. Never mind then. Just two-handed. But we are only using one weapon, so it doesn't really affect us that much. And it has better critical too. So we're going to be poking people with people. I cannot speak. Yeah. We're going to be poking people with a pointy stick. Yeah, sharp stick for the win, as always. Going to also... I think we might... I don't think we want to get the shield. Scooby is at the front line anyway.
I will guide us.
Yeah, skill checks. We have certain objects where we do checks to see if we can get through them. Like Lindsay just did here. Screw you guys. Yeah, basically we need to roll a dexterity. It's somewhere up here. Yeah, roll dexterity. Lindsay rolled 14 plus 3, got 17, which beat the difficulty of 7, which let us clobber through the broken debris over here. Yeah. That's nice, and now Tartuccio, fire off your deadly ice beam. It is barely shit, but alright. Lindsay will give us a 1 round of buff, which is enough, honestly. I'm going to delay my turn after Scooby-Doo. Now Scooby will charge in at the assassin and miss his chance. Damn it. Alright, now I'm going to run in and stab him. That's how it's done. Not the last guy. Yeah, Scooby's too powerful for you. Tartuccio, blast him. You're very useful, Tartuccio. Now Lindsay shoots him with a crossbow, and it's the end. We're taking their potions, nothing else, because we don't want to carry half the castle on our backs. An armory? I'm sure Jamandi wouldn't mind if we borrowed some weapons. I don't think we need any. Like, I am not going to be much better off with any standard weaponry right now. Lindsay is a bard, she already has a crossbow, her main job is just buffing us. Tartuccio is a sorcerer, he's going to only cast spells, and I know what's in the armory, we do not need anything from it. I kinda wanna open it anyway.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, no, we don't need anything from the armory. But we're going to open it anyway.
Applause, please.
I just want to loot stuff. But you know, we needed weapons. We just needed weapons in these trying times. Composite longbow, 200. And master work like mace. I don't remember if we keep the weapons after. I don't think we need the armor. We also don't need this. Tower shield. A key.
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
Tartuccio, you goddamn fucking idiot. You want us to be stealing from a sword lord in her own mansion. She'd have our heads, you dumb fucking purple toad. Now shut the fuck up and just follow me around. And casting your little ice beam at people that I point at, alright? Yeah.
How would she know it was us and not the assassins? Unless someone planned on telling her.
Don't drag me into this. You do what you want, but I'm not taking a single coin.
Lindsay, just so you know, I'm giving you permission to stuff your crossbow up his ass and pull the trigger. And we ain't touching that fucking chest. I am not touching it.
We march ahead.
I don't know who is like crazy and stupid enough to actually fall for that.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Alright. I don't have any further questions.
I will guide us.
And she will be now our front line, together with the Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I think that's a good setup. Good enough for what we're doing here.
How curious.
Yeah, that was a perception check. I'm going to check the room first. Okay, so Jaital said she's immune to the traps.
What a surprise.
Triggered. Doesn't say what the trap does. Looks like necromancy spells. Okay. Thanks for clearing the way.
Forwards.
Yeah. I'm gonna give her. Oh, wait, she's undead. Undead take damage from healing effects, but they heal from necromancy damaging effects. Because this is positive energy and necromancy damage is negative energy. So when living heal, they heal using the positive energy, but when undead heal, they use the negative energy to heal. So our regular healing damages her, and some of our damage will heal her. We don't have this type of damage, so I hope she holds up on the front line. It's basically the same armor that she has. Yeah, it's the same. I'm just stupid and a little bit sleepy. We also have potion of enlarged person, but we're not gonna use it. No. There we go. Scrolls.
You cannot stand against me.
Yeah, so these two are absolute trash, and I'm just going to show you what we do with trash. We unpause it and let our characters deal with them on their own. So that's how we're going to be treating any trash fights from now on. Gonna be much quicker. Oh, I remember that. I don't remember the solution, but I do remember doing this. I need to grab one character and go to the other room. This has no effect on later dialogue, so I am not worried about this. Now, we do this. This. Oh, we select. Oh, god damn. Go away. Do this.
Together we stand.
Do this. This.
Anything is possible.
Let us not hesitate.
I wrote it like I saw it.
I will see this through.
Adventures call to them.
Our time.
What was this one doing?
What troubles you?
I will not falter. I stand ready.
Yeah, so
Just
basically,
let me
now
try.
this.
Together we stand.
Alright, yeah. There we go. We have a lot of gold and stuff here, so we're going to be starting with some money. With some good cash. Also a potion of remove blindness. That's going to be useful somewhere in the future. Pretty sure we can also do this the other way around. Wait, no, this.
Let us not hesitate.
Wait, this. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Alright. Was this already open and I was just stupid and not looking? Yeah, Tartusher, dumb gnome. You could have told me. Alright, there we go. I'm going to set up here. I'm going to then look at my inventory. Again. Wand of Magic Missile. I think Tartusha can use it, as well as Lindsay. There we go. Yeah, now Lindsay is ready for action. Bless. Shield of Faith. I give her the Scroll of Bless for now.
Stand with me.
Oh my fucking god. Shrug you. Why are you dancing? Thanks for the help.
Ah, everything is so much fun with a little fire. What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
And many more will die. Tonight still. You sound like Kaleshti, am I right?
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word. I like making new friends.
I like making new friends too. Wink wink, nudge nudge. I don't think we've met.
I am Kayesi, one of the many here who seek a better fate, answering the call of Lady Jamandi. But unlike the others, I never drop my guard, day or night. It's why I'm still alive.
There are assassins on the prowl. Where you have to go?
I don't know where you're headed, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
I do wish.
I will guide us.
You can grab this. Just collecting the potions. I like having a lot of them.
Grotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Grotus is the god of the end times, a sentient and cruel monolith that looks down upon the boneyard and waits for the last living soul to die. When Pharasma judges the last soul after the last living body dies on the material plane, Grotus will descend to the boneyard and move on to the material plane to clean up and pack the dust away for another reality. No one really knows what Grotus is going to do once the last soul is judged, but it is generally accepted that it will not be pleasant. Yeah, so he's praying to the god of the end of the world. Cool. I don't want to waste a healing potion on him. Let's start with, what's wrong?
I'm dying. I knew this expedition was doomed. Oh, Grotus, my vision darkens.
Aren't you a bit premature? Look at yourself. You've barely got a scratch.
That's impossible. Oh, it seems you might be right. It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god, not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Arim is at your service.
Okay. Harim, thank you for joining. Where the hell's Lindsay? We're going to set them up. I think the dog will still be at the center. Harim and Jutal will be to the sides. Me right behind them. Tartuccio and Lindsay a little behind. Yeah. I am forgetting Lindsay. Alright, now we have everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna check this side first.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere. Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Where are you? I think I saw you somewhere before.
Keston, House Gores, a fighter in the service of Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Right now, I'm in charge of the mansion guards. As you can see, there's a lot to do.
If I were a rich and influential lady like Jamandi, I'd also give myself a manly captain of the guard. Or two.
Yeah. In my case, they would be, you know, guard. They would be like, you know, strong women. But yeah, I get where the desire comes from.
Someone opened the gate, let in a group of assassins in the middle of the night. Now they've set the mansion on fire to cut off access to the hall. They don't want Lady Jamande to get reinforcements. We cleared the passage so you can get through. Just try to avoid inhaling the smoke. We'll be right behind you. We just need to put out the fire first to save the mansion.
Considering Lady Jamandi's fate, I'm not surprised that a whole pack of assassins were unleashed on her, including a giant. But what's at stake? What could anyone hope to gain?
Do you need help putting out the fire?
No, we'll manage. I've got my best people here, those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
Where's the hole?
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
I'll go immediately.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
May Abadar keep you safe.
Abadar, god of cities, law, merchants, and wealth. God of civilization, essentially. I'm not going to spend every time like a god pops up. I'm reading. I'm going to just summarize god of civilization. A very default kind of god. Yeah, here we go. And so our adventure started. Earlier and much more tragic than we'd expect. The whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday has been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Shaggy, and not at all by that scoundrel Tartuccio. Hatfu! May his name be accursed, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through fire, literally. As we approached the burning building, we drenched ourselves with buckets of water, covered our noses and covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible cracking sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs and our eyes watered from the smoke. But Shaggy led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tartuccio did nothing useful at all. Thank you, Lindsay, for pointing out this idiot with us. Thank you. We'd made it to the hallway. Leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in the calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty. But now, amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armed deity, menacing but beautiful, and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burnt, barely living guard in her arms. "There are two more," she shouted as she passed by us. "They are wounded. Help me pull them out." Tartuccio grumbled something about how Gemandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Shaggy, of course, the brave man he is, shouted "Zoinks!" and rushed to save the guards from the fire. Succeeded on athletic check. Good. I usually build wimpy characters with no strength, so that usually fails. Saving the poor fellows didn't take long. Together, we lifted them up and carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. "Thank you, that was truly noble of you," she said. "And now, let us rush to Lady Aldori's aid." Ensuring the guards we'd rescue were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall where the battle was already in full swing. Yeah, this was the point that I was talking about. Oh, that's a good setup. And the dog with me. Yeah, that works for me. That works for me. Yeah. These two here. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that was the point that I said, exhaustion fatigue. If we had...
Yes, I'm still here.
Wait a god darn minute. Does he have... No, I don't think he does. Damn it. I thought he has lesser restoration already. That would remove the fatigue. But apparently he doesn't. Too bad. Well, he does have bless.
Don't hesitate.
Valerie.
Share your will.
Yeah. I'm going to buff up in a moment.
Forwards.
I'm going to... Wow. No, never mind. I'm going to do a quick save over here. Oh, and at the end of the area we can just loot everything we left behind, but we don't want this. We don't need this. Reinforcements already on the way. Say your prayers, scum. Okay, and now we're going to... Oh, yeah, hello. And now we're going to actually buff and summon. I'm just... Can I? Yeah, I can. 48 seconds.
Request.
Oh yeah, I can pause. I forgot.
I always have a second plan.
Everywhere I go, a pole hangs over everything.
Oh wait, no. I want him to bless.
I am yours to command.
Fight defensively.
Yes, I'm
I
still here.
deserve better.
Anything is possible.
I stand ready.
Where do I summon might?
I will see this through.
Alright, there we go. I'm actually gonna, yeah, do this.
We shall overcome.
Alright. One down. Oh, Lady Jamadi already killed the giant. Okay. Rim? What did that do? Ah, that doesn't matter. Okay. No, Hydra. Yeah, I think Lady Jamandi is like a very high level fighter. So she can handle all that. Lindsay will approach, so there is a lot more covered with her buffs. And she can ear-piercing scream. Assassin leader. Yeah, good. He got a debuff.
Serves you right.
Some days. Very good. Very good. And now Tartuccio. Tartuccio, what I'm gonna do with you? I'm going to make you walk all the way over here. And hope you don't die by the end of the combat, but I don't really care. If you survive, you will burning hands them.
This body holds no more.
Alright, good. Now, dog. Dog? Ah, Scooby. Guess balls. And that's about what Scooby can do. Now, Valerie. Just run up to this dude. Actually, stand between them and just survive Tartuccio's burning hands. Inflict light wounds on yourself to heal up. Walk over. Yeah. Now Shaggy will bravely... Can I actually charge up? Yeah, I can. Shaggy will take charge at the enemy leader. Karim will do his Touch of Chaos. Oh, we can't... Okay. Critical... Yep. The mirror image. I am forgetting he has mirror... Yes! Muscly barbarian lady. Alright. Now we're talking. Tartuccio will be doing something useful. And his useful is kinda shit. Not even kinda. That was the worst burning hands I've seen. Alright, Scooby-Doo. You know what to do. Kill a man, Scoob. Valerie. Take a swing at the assassin leader. Yeah, I don't know how they... Even without us as the backup, they had no chance of taking her down. Justice. And slice him. Okay, now our attacks should be landing because he doesn't have the mirror image anymore. Like, you saw that? That was like, she danced, she didn't emote before killing him. I'm going to demoralize him. Which is a fail. Kind of expected that. Okay. Harim, beat him up. Or don't. Lindsay can try to demoralize him. Which is a fail. God damn it. That was a 13 and we need 14 to do it. Tartuccio, you can magic missile him. And now the dog. Doesn't have the dog in him.
Wretched things.
I forgot there's a dude there. I could have sent someone to take him down. At least he's giving Lady Aldori something to do. Alright. I'm gonna try to hit him again. And I succeed. I didn't expect that. Yeah, Karim, go over here. And Amiri takes his head off. Yeah. We're going to, of course, loot everything before we progress with the story at all. I just want the potions. And I'm going to take off the ring. Put on the bracers. The braces don't do crap because I'm wearing armor already. I am not giving Tartuccio crap. Actually, I'm disarming him. Yeah. And I think there was something else in here. That, oh yeah, I could have looked at the frost giant. Alright, and then we collect this. And alright. Can now talk to Lady Jumadi Aldori and progress the story.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger. And that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
Pitax. Along a haven for thieves and smugglers, Pitax is a hub for trade in river kingdoms. It aspires to be a center of culture and higher learning as well, but cannot escape its more unsavory origins. No, I do not What ring? What are you talking about, Tartuccio? That you got hit in the head so hard you started hallucinating? You dumb purple toad.
Lady Aldori, I saw it with my own eyes. The ring must be in his pocket. Search him and I'm sure...
Enough, Tartuccio. I'm still the one giving orders here. We won't be searching anyone. There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy and the mug of a spy.
Good, good. Thank you very much. This is why I love you.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
Like, zoinks, forgive me for my trespass. In my defense, we were in the middle of a battle and in dire need of weapons.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril, until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
It is insane when faced with death to stop and question whether you may be breaking some law or rule. Even more insane would be to ask forgiveness for making the right decision. Sorry, but your words display a lack of wisdom.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
Yeah, so this, of course, relates to our choice of helping people with the Valerie calling us. And this shows up a lot in the game. If you make a choice to do something, you perform some skill check and all that. This can influence everything that happens along the way. You can, for example, right after leaving the castle, make a choice, and then, like 20 hours in, you suddenly have someone bring it up in the dialogue, and you can see, wait, what happened? When did it happen? And you just, unveil the little, text over here and see, oh yeah, I did that, like at the very beginning. I love that in these games, in all games, to be honest. I love when my dumb choices have lasting consequences and I grow to regret them. Anyway, back to the purple toad that I hate. Fuck you, Tartuccio. People were dying right in front of me. How could I just walk away?
Really, Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
Yeah, Shaylen is god of art, stuff like that. Art, beauty, love, and music. I am not dealing with the whole family tree of the gods because I would need to explain what Zon Kuthon is. But wait, I'm butchering absolutely the name of the gods, but we can pass, swiftly move along and ignore that.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the Stolen Lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who are to set off for the Stolen Lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
Nah, unfortunate.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Yeah, don't gag on that little purple cock. Yeah, moving on.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the Stolen Lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
Yeah! This is why I love you.
Alright, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the Stolen Lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Nivacta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Levitin's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies. I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patax. But you should know that it isn't just Patax we need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless.
No, 3 months. 3 months is enough time for me.
And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Alright, and we head out.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, Stolen Lands. Heroes are on the way.
And now we set off to find Oleg's trading post. And somebody attacked us on the way. Of course. Classic.
To victory!
Victory or death. Oh, we said, oh no. Oh no, we're exhausted and set up in a in awkward way. Alright. Let's charge in. Yep. Starts good. Yeah, Scoob. Yeah, get this one. At least stop him. I'm glad we're playing on that lower difficulty. Yeah. Valerie there. And Amiri. Already raging.
Strike as one.
Die, die, die. I'm just gonna die. Yeah. That's gonna be faster. Good. And now we can try to skin him. Yay! Fraggy does lore nature to see if he knows how to skin, and he succeeds. We take the skin, and we might try again. Can fail. And that's unfortunate. And I think this is a good place to end the stream, I think. We're also gonna set up the camp. Set up everybody at the camp. Yeah, we can see the date, the coming days. Hunting is required for the rest. The rest will take some time. Yeah. Whoever will be hunting will be... We can assign the roles for all of our characters that we have. And decide what they will do. Camp camouflage. I'm going to get Amiri on cooking. And Lindsay... What does Lindsay do? Inspires us. Camp duty skills +2. Yeah, alright. That's good. That's good. I think... Nobody has good stealth. No, Lindsay can do... Okay. No, okay. Never mind. I am just getting confused looking at numbers. Numbers. Okay. Shaggy has +10 on finding food in the wild. Lindsay has +7 on hiding our camps from enemies, so we don't get attacked in the night. Valerie will be watching out for enemies, so if she can warn us if an enemy finds us. And Amiri, our muscly lady, will try to cook a meal for us. Actually, yeah, Amiri will be cooking. No, Amiri will be taking the watch. I'm not risking getting a surprise in the night. Valerie will do some cooking. Valerie will do some of her maintain armor. This will get her a 12-hour bonus to armor class. And I think we're good. Okay. Everybody takes their spot. And we rest.
So I pick up my clothes this morning and see some pictures embroidered on it. Pine trees, clouds, an owlbear fighting a troll. Spill it out, who did that?
I confess, it was I. I only meant to patch them up a bit, and got a little carried away.
I love these little dialogues. They add a lot to the characters, and there's quite a lot of them, so you don't hear too much of the same dialogue too often. They of course change with different party members. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like I like that little friendship they have. Yeah. So
Our path leads on.
we're going to get ready to set out, and by that I mean do this.
I will guide.
And that's it for today's stream, I think. For our first stream, I think it was okay. At least okay-ish. I hope whoever watches this in the future, when this is a VOD, because there's nobody watching, because I have 0 viewers, because it's my first stream. I hope whoever watches this later will have fun watching the game. Maybe you'd think that my little avatar is fun. It's custom made. Thank you very much. But yeah, that was actually pretty fun to do. Again, thanks everyone for checking out the video if you did. And see you in the continuation of this. Goodbye.